Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast with your host, Mackenzie Renscher. Last week was the first time that I took a week off of recording, and it felt weird, but I feel like with all good things, it's good to, with all good things, whatever. Darian's here. Hello, Darian.
What's up?
I'm like looking over at you, so I might as well acknowledge you.
You're trying to say all good things come to an end?
No, I was going to say, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that saying. All good things.
I'm saying like some people say like just when you go on a trip, like all good things.
No, what I was gonna say was it makes things better. I feel like whenever you take breaks periodically.
In regards to the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you can get burnt out if you don't take breaks from things.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And a lot of people with podcasts will do seasons, so they'll do like season 1 and then they'll take a break and do season 2 or whatever. I feel like that trend is kind of dying out now that this is like people's full-time jobs is doing podcasts. It's not mine, I'll tell you that, but
I think people do seasons.
Even when it's their full-time job? Because the
like
way
Call
that...
Our Daddy podcast or something?
Yeah, they definitely don't take breaks. But no, just people in general.
She goes in spurts though, like, or is it every week?
No, I think she does every week, sometimes twice a week.
But she also stockpile content, like sometimes she'll have stuff in the vault.
Yeah. I think sometimes she'll get a really popular guest on that's like really relevant, and then she'll put one that she just had out like weeks later if she has a good episode.
A lot of her stuff isn't time sensitive. It's kind of evergreen.
But something I figured out was that a lot of people with podcasts that, I don't know if y'all know who Jackie Hill Perry is, but she's just a Christian girl. She has a podcast. She is married. She has books, whatever. I think she's a pastor. Pretty sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And
influential person in the Christian space.
Yes. And she was talking about how she took 5 months off of social media and how it made she was basically saying you just need to trust God because like you either believe he's going to provide for you or not, and how it works. Cause I don't get paid, so I don't really know how it works if you do get paid from doing podcasts. And I guess you have to send in like your monthly downloads, and that's how they decide your rate for ads. And she was just like, obviously we didn't have a lot of downloads because we weren't doing the podcast, so it went down. I was like, it's kind of crazy that some people, this is their full-time job, and so they have to like go get as many downloads as possible. Whatever. I didn't even want to talk about any of that. I was just saying,
I'm sure they have other sources of income too.
Well, yeah. I'm not worried about them by any means. I was just saying that I was using that as an example of like how it typically works. But anyway, it was nice to take a week off. I do want to take weeks off more often, but I don't know why I just like felt like the first 6 months I just couldn't. That I was like building equity.
Congrats on 6 months. Steady.
Thanks. It's more like 8 or 9 now, but thank you.
Wait, why'd you said 6 months?
I was saying like the first 6 months I didn't even consider it, but now I'm like,
oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but we took the week. I don't know who we is because this is my podcast, but I took the week off last week because we were in Oregon, and I did think about recording while we were there, but we would have had to bring our equipment. And then we went and visited Josh and Savannah. They have 3 kids. They
definitely have equipment though. We could.
Yes, I know, but
he's the most like they're very Josh is
tech savvy.
Well, they got 1,000 cameras. They got all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. But sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee while I had a second. Also, my ear eczema came back. I mean, what a tragedy! It's just itching, itchy.
Yeah.
Which do you think that I gave my son eczema? Because you don't have eczema, I do.
I don't know if that's a pass down. Maybe it's.
I think it is.
I just want to think about that. I think about the little, what's it called? Like the tree, like the little graph where you got, it's like XXX, like.
XXYYHCG.
Oh, I'm saying, what is that called? It's basically like hereditary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What is that little graph called?
You know not to ask me.
I
didn't pay attention.
You learned in school, but it's basically like if your parents.
Everyone knows what you're talking about. It's like the brown eyes, the big B, the little B. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? That's driving me crazy.
What is it? You do? Okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
Our producer also does not know. Anyway, we were with Josh and Savannah. They have 3 kids. We have 2 kids. We would have had to record at night, and then even sometimes at night we wouldn't actually all get together until 9:30.
Yeah, so like you really see like they got it like when their kids might wake up, when our kids might wake up.
Yeah, it was a little too much. And then we've already had them on whenever they came in January, and unfortunately the episode was kind of botched though because of the mics. We were kind of still figuring out.
Oh yeah,
what it looked like to have multiple people on different mics, whatever. Now we haven't figured out. It would have been beautiful sound, but. It just wasn't going to work out. And we honestly rarely get to see them. So I just kind of wanted to chill and hang out with them. And I feel like our nights are like the only time that we really had to sit and like have real conversations. And it was very fun. The weather there is amazing. I could not get over it.
Yeah, the PNW, I'm a huge fan. I would never move there, but if I could take something from that region and bring it here, it would definitely be the weather. I was outside like every second I had.
Yeah, same.
And here I try to not get outside any second more than I have to. Actually,
because it's so hot here. I sound like a broken record, but you really can't even go outside and play with the kids right now, because it's so hot during the day. You can't slide down the slides. You can't go to the park. You can't go on a walk. I took the kids to Michael's the other night because Darren was out of town, and I was like, we just have to get out of the house to do something. So we were picking out crafts and walking to and from the car to Michael's. I mean, I was like actually in such a bad mood.
Yeah.
Because you're so hot.
I mean, you're like just drenched. As soon as you step out, like you start perspirating.
Yeah, it's awful. But
every pore.
I will say winters there, you pay the price for the good summers there because it's so cold there and it starts snowing in the fall. So
yeah, but they do a good job of prepping everything. Like here, obviously everything shuts down. We get like a centimeter of snow.
I don't want snow though. I don't want to live in snow.
Okay.
Yeah. But
okay.
yeah. But we had such a good time, went to the zoo there, and yeah, again, we don't really get to see them a ton, so the next time we see them, the kids will be older, playing, who knows, there might be some more babies thrown in there.
That's the coolest part to me, is seeing like the evolution of the group.
Yeah,
when it started off, it was just 3 of us. Yeah, they had their 2 daughters like fresh, and then it was Beckham, and now the last time I hung out, it was 5 kids, but then this time it was like both boys are walking, and so I'm sure next time who knows? Well, I don't know, because we try to do them like twice a year. We kind of been on a good little cadence. So that actually this would be, we might do something in like the winter with maybe just a parents trip. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to try to go on a trip with just them because we haven't done that yet. Yeah, I went on a trip with Savannah. We went to Florida in February, but that was for like a brand thing, and then we've never been all 4 of us just on a trip, which that would be a time.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. We were saying that during the day when we're with the kids, we're different people than whenever it's just us 4 at night, because you just have to always be on guard. Obviously, you're like watching the kids and you get distracted, and having a conversation, you kind of like, it gets interrupted 6 times or whatever. It's still fun and we still have a great time, but it's just different. So I think going on a trip with us 4 would be very fun. And they got to record their Chipotle thing while we were there. That it gets announced today. It got pushed back a week. They like did like an announcement thing, and then I guess Chipotle was like, we have to push it back a week, and they've been keeping the people waiting. But they did a Chipotle collab, which we got to get that for dinner tonight and support.
Yeah, it's very on brand. They're like big Chipotle stands. I am too, but I feel they ride hard.
Yeah,
a little harder than I have. So but we love them. I think to me it's cool when you see people. Like you meet people at this big age, but like you do meet people in an older age that you feel like you've known your whole life, and y'all just connect because y'all both, like the wives get along, the husbands get along, we're all just kindred spirits. Like they're cool, love God. I made a post about it. I was like, they love God, they're not weird, they're cool, they're fun, and they're just good people.
Yeah, agreed. I will say while I was there,
that's like my criteria for friendship, I think.
Just all of that.
Yeah, like that's my criteria.
I will say while I was there, I was a little frantic because I did think that I was pregnant.
I didn't drink the tea until you started like, Mackenzie just will make you like, if she thinks something, she's like, if you have an opposite opinion, she just will do a good job making you feel like, wait, I don't know what to think anymore.
Okay, well, it's my body, and I was literally having every pregnancy symptom.
Mackenzie don't hydrate. So she'd be like, my head hurts. I'm like, have you drank any water?
No, it was not my head. I had every pregnancy symptom that I normally have. It wasn't just a headache. It was probably the most bizarre. It was just very bizarre. But guys, I'm not here to confirm. Thank God, because I was thinking this was around the time when Beckham was 11 months old is when we got pregnant with Kaysen.
Yeah.
And I felt ready for that. And I know it's because God definitely equipped us for that. And we knew that it was God's timing. So I felt like prepared. But if I were pregnant this time, I would have had a breakdown of a
Yeah, I think we definitely want 3. I think, like I said, God got his plan, we got our plans, and ultimately his will prevail. But I think if we do have any say-so this time, I just want to...
It won't be for a while.
Yeah, just a bigger gap. Not like a crazy gap, but like just a bigger gap than we have between the first 2.
Yeah, I was definitely prepping. I was like, okay, Lord, your will be done and you guide our steps, but I really do not want to be pregnant. Like, please spare me. And I was spared, but I obviously would trust him if it did happen, but I don't know what it is. Obviously I know because 2 is more than 1, but like this timing of Kaysen, like he feels so much younger than what Beckham felt at this age. Like he's actually more, I guess, advanced than her, but just in general, like I feel like I was just pregnant. And when before I felt like I hadn't been pregnant in forever at 11 months. I was like, oh, like whatever, I forgot. I have not forgot this time. I'm like,
it feels
I feel
fresh.
like I just started sleeping on my belly again. I'm like fresh postpartum. Like I can't be hopping from like having baby after baby after. Like I'm just like, whatever. But I did promise God that I would get in the gym now. Cause I've been slacking. I just like, okay, here's the thing. I've really been liking because my mornings are like usually free because you have the kids and I've been getting so much done. And I love that. And then also just like, I don't know what it is about a coffee shop, but not only do I get so much done, but I just feel more accomplished. I like being around people, whatever.
Yeah, me too.
So my old schedule used to be I wake up, I read, I go to the gym, then I come home and I work. And now that I go to a coffee shop, I'm like, well, if I'm going to be at the coffee shop, I'm going to be at a coffee shop and I'm just going to work and read there.
Work out in the mornings, but.
Well, I wasn't asking for advice. I was more so just like
never asked for advice, but she'd be like saying the obvious solution would just be to work out while I have the kids.
No.
In the morning while you're up and you have nothing to do. Like 9:30, it's not even like crazy.
Let me tell you why I can't work out in the mornings.
So that's
no, I'll tell you. Because I get nauseous. Like I cannot work out in the mornings.
That's not a real thing.
Darian doesn't understand because he thinks he's the
no,
God
I don't.
gym.
I've been around like millions of people like on teams and people working out. Like any person can work out. At 9:30 is not even early.
I can, but I wouldn't be happy with my life.
It's not about being happy though. It's like that's working out. I don't ever go to the gym because I want to be happy. I just want to be big.
Oh my God.
That's a real response.
I like to go to the 12:15 because the 12:15
it's convenient.
No, it's not convenient.
12:15 is the most convenient lunchtime. That's what a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess, but can you stop doing that with your hand?
Oh,
thank you. Darian does this thing when he talks where he has to put his hand up and down, and it like is distracting to me. But I like going to the 12:15 because I get to eat breakfast. It settles, and I get to have my coffee, and that settles, and then I can work out. That's that.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot of preferences and like reality.
And I'll continue doing my preferences. Moving on.
No, so that'd be the problem. So like,
I'm just not going to go to coffee shops.
No, you can still go to a coffee shop.
Why?
You literally have enough time to work out.
Oh yeah, you're right. If I work out in the mornings
and go to a coffee shop and then work.
Okay. To be fair, I did say I was going to start working. I was going to start waking up earlier. So maybe if I woke up, but I don't like to eat that early.
See, that's how some of y'all are too. Some of y'all girls and guys too. And there's other areas of my life that we talk about that I'm like this with. It's like sometimes, ultimately, is like either you gonna get it done or not. Sometimes you just.
Why are you saying you girls? Why did you even say that?
Because I feel like you're a girl, but some guys need to hear this too. Like, because there's areas of my life too where I'm like this, where
it's not a gender.
If a friend like for me, you like my best friend. So when I hear you talking, I can obviously see the solution. And then sometimes for me, you'd be like, "Well, Darren, you should just do this." When I'm just like, the most logical. It's not even like the craziest difficult decision would just be to work out in the morning, and you can do the rest of your day. And I think if you just committed to it and tried it like for like a week or 2 weeks, you would be like, okay.
I think the beauty of like life is that I don't want to, and so I'm gonna work out when I want.
But then, how many times have you worked out?
Oh.
That's the thing. And
no, I'm just not gonna go to a coffee shop.
No, but see, so then now you make it like you're torturing yourself. It's like you still can go to a coffee shop. Just go work out.
Okay, maybe I'll go to the 4:10.
See, then no. So anybody who has kids or parents or even by work, like afternoons are yours. So the 4:10, you start bleeding into my time. So then it's like, no, you need to work out when you have time. And 9:30, and like I said, this is also we do have a lot of flexibility in our life. 9:30, you just look at it as you clocking into work. A lot of people watch this have to go check into.
But I'm doing something at 9:30. It's just not working out. It's not like I'm just like blah blah blah.
All right, no, okay, whatever.
All that to say, I'm probably still gonna work out at 12:15, and you can still work out at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it really is a preference thing.
It's not. I don't work out.
That is a preference.
I don't work out at 5 a.m. because I want to. It's the only time I have in a day where I get to work out.
And the only time I have is at 12:15.
That's not true. You just said you want to go to a coffee shop. You want to work. You want to go.
I know. I got to figure out how to do it all, huh?
The only answer is to I think the only answer is to find a pocket time. We have free time because to me, the only reason I work out at 5 or 6 is because in the past I've tried to work out at different times throughout the day, and it's not the best for our family. And so I'm like, if I can work out in the morning before the kids wake up, I get it over with.
I also just think you have a different gear because you were an athlete.
No, that's why I think it balanced. I wouldn't expect you to do that. So I think for our family, I'm going to do that because that's what I need to work out for my own health. If I don't,
I would do that, but you have to go do that.
But you know, the only time if I don't get to work out in the mornings, and just because it is early some days and I'm hitting that snooze button, is my default is just going around the neighborhood. That's my default. I'm saying, hey, for all the runners out there, maybe our friend Ashley, the run club thing has helped me out. I've just become the runner's high is a real thing. I feel like after you run like a mile, you feel like you're on top of the world. It's like the Super Bowl.
When I was prepping for our anniversary trip in April.
I should say I'm prepping for a marathon. I was like, wait, that's new news.
When I was prepping for a marathon right now, I did experience a runner's high.
It's a real thing.
I ran for 20 minutes straight, and I was like, wait, am I the biggest athlete on earth?
Yeah.
Speaking of, one of our best friends is competing in the CrossFit Games this weekend. So we got to be...
Yeah, he just had his first event.
How was it?
Came top 10. It's good.
Okay, good. Go, Jason.
But for him, he wants to. But it's still... And I try to tell people who don't know CrossFit... This is
fourth year competing?
This is 4th or 5th.
Gosh, I can't believe it's been that long.
In the CrossFit world, he's equivalent to Devin Booker in basketball and Tyreek Hill in football. He's one of the guys. Because people in CrossFit don't really know unless you follow it. But at the top level, he's so crazy. He really is one of the elite guys in the world.
I actually like watching it because it just is so mind-boggling that people can get to that gear in their head.
It's a very crash out, blackout. You have to...
he goes to a very dark place.
No, you have to. A very dark place.
I feel like you literally have to turn off. You have to turn off your brain, turn off your body. You literally just have to go, go, go.
Yeah.
The weight that they squat, the way they move their bodies, the way it's actually insane. So shout out to Grace Ann and Jason. I hope he wins it all. I hope he...
Yeah, if he won it all, it'd be crazy. I know he at least wants the podium. So podium would be top 5.
Top 5. Well, good luck to them. But moving on to working out, because it's just I'm done with that convo. It went too long.
Y'all let me know. Not who's right. Just give me y'all's opinions on the parameters of what y'all think.
I get what you're saying. I definitely need to, I can't say that I want to do something and not be willing to give up. It's going to be inconvenient. Which...
You don't want me to preach right now. There's a word. No, I'm saying, somebody, this is a word for somebody to pod. I don't know if it's, I don't want to say the pastor because it might, sometimes you say the pastor, people automatically tune off because it's a controversial pastor. But he had a good point. Somebody said, this is for any...
Well, now you have to say it because everyone's going to wonder.
No, I'm not saying it.
I know who it is.
No, you don't know who it is.
Mike Todd.
No, it's not Mike Todd.
Okay, good.
I like Mike Todd, but people got their own whatever. This is a controversial pastor, but he spoke to the team when I was in school. He said basically he was giving an analogy about...
I know who it is.
No, I promise you do not know who this is.
Really?
I promise you not know who this is.
Okay.
But he spoke to the team when I was playing, and he gave a breakdown of when they were trying to build the first plane, whatever, and they were trying to figure out the weight, and they were asking the question the question was asking can we get there? And the guy, they were like, well, that's an obvious answer. We can get there. That's not the question. It's what are we willing to let go of to get there? Because they were trying to figure out the weight. It's okay, so they got to the point what do we not need in order to get there? And that's the answer. And he was asking basically anything you want to do in life, reality, you obviously can be or become anything. You can get to the destination you want to get to. That's not the question. Can you get there? Yes. The real question is what are you willing to let go of to get there? And that's what, for me, because I'm I went through a little season where I had some body dysmorphia. Is that what the term? I didn't like the way I looked comparatively growing up and
this time last year.
Yeah, we went on a
Darren would be I do not like this. I'm babe, you actually look great. And he's no,
but because
you're used to
spent my whole life looking a certain type of way.
Well, it was your job to work out twice a day, pretty much.
For
years.
I mean, like really since 16 to 24.
Yeah.
Like I'm working out and I'm lifting weights and I obviously look like how I want to look. And then I started realizing, oh man, let's sleep in a little bit. Then I'm like eat whenever I want. And then I'm looking at me and I started skipping work. I was staying up late. You remember I went through that phase where I just like,
oh yeah.
I would work at night and I'll get stuff done and I wake up I'm like, I'm not working out in the morning. Then I'm like, then now we got the kids. I'm like, I'm not working out in the afternoon. And we were on that. It was one day we was at the beach or something. And I took my shirt off. I was like, oh no.
It's just a preference thing because I thought you looked great.
Yeah. I guess everybody got to figure out what they want to do.
So go ahead and finish.
That was it. What do you want to give up? That was my preach. And I feel like the pastor.
He literally was just like, I just went through the body's
Is
work.
the pastor, I mean, controversial? I mean, I guess it is controversial. Should I tell him or not?
Yeah.
TD Jakes. You were not going to guess TD Jakes.
No, I wasn't.
No, like not going to guess TD Jakes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I literally feel like my eyesight is going out.
You know, mine twitching.
Okay, but also you guys know that well, actually, I don't know if I've ever told this story about how I got a concussion in what was it?
Off the
10th
boat, right?
grade. Yeah, it was 10th grade. No, 9th grade. I got a horrible concussion and I forget what was it. Basically, I had to go through like super intense therapy where I couldn't look at any light. Like I had to sit in a dark room. I think they call it like cocoon therapy, where you cannot look at any screens, no light. You basically sit in a dark room for, it was like a few weeks where I couldn't look at light or whatever. Basically, I was in 9th grade. It was a guy that we're still friends with. And we were on his boat. We were tubing. We fell off. And I literally don't remember any of this to this day. But my friend Chandler and I were tubing together. She said her knee hit my head. Didn't find that out until later. I think maybe she didn't want to admit it. But her knee hit my head. I get back on the boat. I start asking them like, how did I get here? And I just like started acting really, really, really confused. Everyone thought I was kidding. And because of course it'd be my personality to like be doing that, I guess. I don't know. But everyone thinks I'm joking. His sister's like, yeah, I'm sure I think she's fine, like whatever. And I just keep asking the same 3 or 4 questions over and over and over again. And I'm still so confused. Can't remember how I got there. Can't remember who drove me there. My mom comes and picks me up. And I couldn't even drive at this point. I was too young. And not that I should have been driving anyway. She takes me to the hospital. They're like, she got an awful concussion. I keep falling asleep, waking back up, thinking that I'm in 6th grade, asking the same questions over and over and over again. And oh my God, I can't even, the thought of that happening to Beckham and Kaysen.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anything happened to your kids, like that happened to you, it's just
oh my gosh, I would freak out. But anyway, I ended up being okay after, I think I was there for like 24 hours and I finally like woke up and started remembering things. I just kept sleeping, waking up, sleeping. I was sleeping for like 24 hours.
Yeah, scary.
And they finally let me go home. I had to do the cocoon therapy, whatever. I think that's part of the reason why I really have a hard time remembering things.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, that could be. I don't know.
I mean, that's a crazy traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, it is.
Falling off a tube and getting your head smacked into the water. And then, like, I don't know. I think even afterwards, I've never felt the same fully afterwards. And I've always known that. Like, just like trying to get my brain to like connect certain things, it won't. And one of my insecurities, is feeling dumb.
Oh, yeah. But you're not dumb at all. You're very smart.
Well, thanks. But that's one of my like triggers if anyone's like dumb or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think that contributes to it is knowing like, I feel like my brain is working at like 80%. And I think being postpartum definitely doesn't help. But all that to say, the vision thing is more so just because I don't think I drink enough water. I used to be so good about drinking water and my hydro jug usually helps me. But I think it's because I drink like 2 cups of coffee a day that I drink those back to back. Then by that time it's 1 p.m. and I haven't had any water.
Yeah.
I need to break that cycle too, huh?
That's preference.
Darn it.
Preference.
I really need to. Or at least I have been drinking a cup of water before I've had coffee.
Wait, cup of water. See,
before I have
drinking water on empty, that's one thing I can't drink water on an empty stomach. I have to eat.
Yeah,
something.
we had a
I can
date
drink
night
juice.
last night. And
That's why I like coconut water. Like, anything flavorful, but like water on an empty stomach is.
yeah, but I think that might be why like even right now, like what am I talking about? Sometimes I just feel like my brain is just like in La La Land.
This is on camera, off script.
No, this is This is on camera.
Oh, I didn't know if you were like looking at me. I'm like, wait, you asked me, wait, what do you?
No, I'm looking at you because I'm talking about it on the podcast. Like, I just feel like my brain is always just like, I don't know. And I'm tired a lot too. But that's because I'm postpartum and we have a kid. But anyway, all that to say, I guess pray for my brain. But also, you know what else I'm learning right now is I bought these little posters for Beckham.
I saw the little God posters.
Yes, because
Jesus posters.
Yeah, because I wanted to start teaching her scripture. So I'm redoing our house a little bit right now.
She definitely can learn something because she knowing these little songs and she'll recite the whole
No,
chorus.
we'll teach her something one time and she's like, it's an excavator. I'm like,
she's like, I want Forrest Frank. A minute ago.
Forrest Frank. She said that this morning?
Forrest Frank.
She said that this morning?
Yeah.
And you played it for her?
Yeah.
She does love that song. God, I need you now.
I played the other song.
Oh, she likes that song.
Because she didn't like, I played the, it's gonna be a good day.
Oh, she liked that?
No.
The other night she was yelling about that.
She didn't like it. That's what I thought she wanted.
Turn that off.
Oh, turn it off.
No, she likes,
You just said it.
I'm about to have it. No, that's not right. That's good.
I know,
thing.
you just said.
She likes the, God, I need you now more than I ever. And she's like, oh. She likes to do that. Anyway, but
she definitely learned. She
yeah, she's so smart. So we are doing a little playroom for them right now. Because when we were in Oregon, they have a playroom downstairs. It changes.
It was very functional.
Very functional.
Like it makes so much sense because one of our biggest pet peeves about our house is that there's just toys everywhere. And like I do think you gotta sprinkle some toys in the living room. Like they have a couple little toys, but a little. Like our situation is our whole downstairs is just full of
Toyland.
Yeah, just toys.
Which that's how it should be. Like kids should have like a lot of toys to play with, and like that's a blessing. But
in the house,
yeah,
like in an area,
in an area. And now it's just, of course, we'll still have like stuff down here. But I was like, we have to get them a playroom. So we're selling our couch upstairs, and we're just turning that whole land into a playland. Use that space ever. Yeah, we never used it. Not as much as
we like.
There's a table up there that just collects laundry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, there's Facebook Marketplace, here you come, because I can't deal with it. So I'm redoing that. I'm redoing our garage. I'm basically going into each area of our home, and I made it into a series of organizing an area of our home every week until my house is organized. And we did the mudroom first, whatever, all that to say, got her these posters that teaches her the commandments and the Beatitudes and the fruits of the Spirit and just different scriptures. And so I'm reading through the commandments, and I see take a Sabbath on there. I see do not covet, which they make it into kids' terms to where kids can understand. So it says, do not want what other people have. And I said, that's not a commandment. I've never seen that before. And I looked it up, and that's what do not covet is. And I've always just do not covet. I've always thought like, don't break our covenant.
Not at work.
Not at all. Yeah. Not at all. And that was just mind boggling to me, because I've talked about this on the podcast a lot about just contentment and just not wanting other people's lives and whatever. And obviously I think that affects you a lot, but I never thought it was a commandment not to want what other people have. So I've been finding myself saying certain things where I'm like, or I'll be looking at a video and a creator posted they're redoing their house, and I was like, oh my gosh, that bathroom's so nice. And I found myself like being like, I wish I had that bathroom. And I called it and I said, thou shalt not want what other people have. And it really just changed things, because even in this house now, I think we've always known this isn't our forever home. And so even whenever we first moved in, I'm still thinking like, okay, I don't want to do that because it isn't our forever home. Like I'm already thinking about a future home and what's next. It's like, bro, calm down, be content with what you have. And that will come if it comes. If we're here for the rest of our lives, like I'm need to be content with that as well.
Yeah.
And so I almost said I am content with that, but I'm not quite there yet.
We're on a journey.
We're on a journey, but I am content right now with like where we are. And I just like look around. I'm like, our home is so beautiful. I'm so thankful. And anyway, so that was convicting, but then also the Sabbath one was so convicting for me too, because I also did not know that was a commandment, which, you know, I've followed Jesus for a long time now, and you would think that I would know the commandments. I don't, so cool. But anyway, that's a commandment to take Sabbath, and we have not done that as a family.
Sabbath? Yeah, we haven't done the best job with that.
No, we haven't done that. Period. Not even the
no,
best job.
We've done it like early in our marriage before kids. We used to do Sabbath. We used to do our phones off. Like I like when somebody broke it down.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah. I swear when we lived at the old house, remember we used to do like somebody broke it down in quadrants. I don't know if this is maybe like this could be a preferential take, but they were saying like the Sabbath is a one day, but like more so 24 hours of time. So they did like 3 quadrants of like basically a morning, a daytime, and an evening, and just picking 3 like segments like kind of back to back. So if you did like some people, the people I knew, they were saying like they would do
Saturday night to Sunday night.
they would do Saturday daytime, evening, Saturday morning, then Sunday morning. So then one Sunday afternoon happened, or they would do Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, then the evenings when they would kind of replug back in. I think it's a good little cadence of just because we do have to unplug or we will fall apart.
Which we just have not been doing that, and definitely got convicted about it.
It's restlessness, you know. It's like kind of because you have to trust. Like during Sabbath, you really have to.
I really think the more time that I spend with God as well, I realize how slow life is supposed to be lived, and I'm very go go go. Even my mind, like even when I did Sabbath this last Sunday, it's just funny how you're like, if you're not busy in this area, you try to make yourself busy in another area. And I've been kind of wanting to do just to where it's like not cleaning, not doing anything besides being present with real people in real time.
Yeah.
And I did take some pictures though. Period. But yeah, and I definitely want to start making that more of a rhythm because one, it being a commandment, clearly that's like important. And also just taking 24 hours, that's like the least we could do a week where we stop everything else.
Right.
And just like
it's not
meditate.
It's like tithing for your time.
Is that even 10%? That's like, is that 10%? That's not.
A seventh. It's the portion of things you have to like.
Okay, yeah, but
I'm saying, I think mentally for me, like I'm saying like when people like think about like when they hoard their money and think like, I could do so much more with this, but really God just wants you like God.
So true.
You know what I'm saying? God can do way more
I like that,
if you commit to Him. Same thing with time. It's like we think we have to have so much time to accomplish what God wants to accomplish, but like God's saying I could do more with 6 days than you can if you just had 7 to yourself.
Wow, that's actually really good.
I never said that before. I think that inspired me to actually get on my Sabbath.
Yeah, that
to be honest, because it really has to be a rhythm, and I didn't really grow up around that. And the people I honestly look up to the most or admire spiritually or just as human, they do have some form of Sabbath where they take a break and like just get that to God. Because really, I think the rhythm people are talking about. It's like a lot of people work to rest, but they don't work from a place of rest. That was kind of the thing that transformed it for me.
Oh yeah.
People think it's like
you work hard so you can go take a vacation.
Correct.
I don't know who just rang our doorbell. One of the best things we ever did was get a security system where you can see who rang your doorbell. Okay, just a FedEx guy. All is well. Yeah, that's actually really good. I also think when you pause, so I was looking into on the Sabbath. I was looking into why people Sabbath, what people do on the Sabbath, like what's the reasoning and whatever. And it really is used to one, just like meditate, pause, and not do anything from a place of striving. Mm-hmm. And it used a specific word, delight. That's what it was, delight in God. And I was like, delight in God? Like the Sabbath is used to delight in God. What does delight mean? And it really is just like enjoy, get to know, be with. And it seems too like simple, kind of. Like I'm just like, it's funny how even on the Sabbath I was like researching what am I supposed to do on the Sabbath? Like, aren't I supposed to be doing something for God? And it's like rest, be with Him, delight in Him. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But it made me realize that I do a lot from striving, and it was nice to like sit and be like, wait, I'm taken care of. I don't have to work. And also it did show me that a lot of the things that I have, I didn't work for. Like they really were freely given to me. Yeah,
it's been a lot of grace in our lives.
Yes, for sure, by God. And that was just good for me to hear. And I feel like, not hear, but experience. And I definitely am committed to that because it was definitely good for me. But also I want to bring up, because somebody DM'd me this and it had me thinking, what do you think? Oh no one DM'd me this. I was in the car yesterday thinking about this, about what do you think about when people force their kids to go to church? Not at like a young age, like where like they just kind of come and do whatever with you, but like if Beckham was in 5th grade, like what's our take on
Fifth? I'm definitely forcing her to go to
sorry,
church.
5th, not 5th, sorry. That's way too young. Like 8th grade. And
Definitely.
she's like, I want to go home.
No, you're going to church.
Really?
Yeah.
We never talked about it.
I mean, my take is, like, I'm your parents, so like, I wouldn't let you like skip a practice. So why would I let you skip church?
I guess because, well, also if they wanted to quit volleyball.
That's that's a different conversation. This is like doing something that we know is gonna.
I know, but you use practice as an example.
You said quit though. Like there's obviously like there are like loopholes to everything. Like say like we don't go to church. We try to go to church frequently. We don't go to church every Sunday. So like yeah, if there was a Sunday where something came up or like, but I think they would definitely fall into the rhythm of our family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we go to church, they go to church.
I agree. I wanted to pick your brain because we never talked about it.
I think it comes from more of a unhealthy spot. Like hopefully they view church. Like I think the main person asking that, like I said, if I had to go to a church that I grew up going to.
Mind you, this was just my thoughts. No one asked me. I thought it was a DM and then I remembered yesterday. I was just thinking about it.
Okay, well, either it's still a good conversation. I think that, I mean, because a lot of people grew up with that. I think the church that I grew up going to, I was thankful for some of the foundation, but I didn't necessarily enjoy that at all. Like that, like church growing up wasn't enjoyable to me. So yeah, that I would definitely hate being drugged to church. I think that's what a lot of people have such a resentment towards the body because they went to churches that were so stale and not full of anything. They weren't full of the spirit. They were just more so traditional. But if we're going to a church and we're around in a body that is giving life and full of the spirit, and then our kids see us having a good time in church and not just doing it because it's like the right thing to do, but they see us actually enjoying it, like praising, being an example. Besides the example, they see us really just in love with God and trying to pursue that on our own. If they see that, I think they would want to go to church. And then if there's obviously stuff on their level from like a youth ministry standpoint or a kids church, like they like even Beckham now. Beckham and Joey, she goes. When we tell her we're going to church, like okay, see the kids. You know, like that's. I think that hopefully that continues to evolve, and so I think I would always like not mandate. I mean, but but there are some things you have to mandate. Like as a parent, like it's your job to raise your kids. Like for me in my house, we will serve the Lord. You know that is
because my thing is like it's not about forcing. It's about when you're that age, like you're still being formed and learning, and you look to your parents for money, and you look to them for like, okay, what are we doing on a Wednesday night? What are we doing? Whatever. Like anywhere we go, you go. And so that's not going to be any different. And I pray that it never is that way where it's
I feel like force. I don't think I forced my kid to do anything. Like I feel like force just makes it seem, I don't know, from like.
That's a crazy word. Obviously it's not forced.
Yeah, I think because God don't force us to do anything.
Yeah.
I think God like pursues us to a point where he definitely highly suggests we do certain things. And from that, you see the fruit of your life. I think anything I ask Beckham to do now, I think she understands like my dad loves me. There are some things like wiping her nose or something like that, where it's like, I may force you to do that. Yeah, but it's for your betterment. Like you have snot coming down your nose. Like, stop. So I guess there is a point. Maybe force make. Yeah, I think make sounds just a little more like
it's more so you're just gonna come with us, and it's like you're just not gonna stay home and do nothing.
You're getting in the car.
Yeah.
Like what?
But also, mind you, we would do this with like dinner. Like if we all planned to go out to
that's what I'm saying.
Halls, it's like you're coming with us. You're not just gonna stay home. Like
yeah, you don't have.
I don't want to go to Halls. It's like we're gonna spend family time together. Like that's
you don't have the power to not come.
You're too young.
There is a point, but hopefully once it got to that point, there is some level of buy-in from them to what they want to come to church.
Yeah,
or doing even
when it is their choice.
Even go eat with us, you know, because some people are like I'm not eating with my mom or daddy. That would hurt my heart. I would
sob.
But I'm like, hopefully you would.
No, they're gonna love us.
Yeah, you would want to buy into us having some family time.
Wait, why am I like getting so? I'm having a hard day already, and I'm already like emotional. I think I'm just having like a lot of thoughts today. Like I just have my thoughts are just running. You know how like you ever just feel like, am I doing anything right? That's kind of how I feel today. So I'm having a hard day already, and then you just saying that, I'm like. Thinking about our kids being old I'm about to cry.
Yeah.
I might just need to wrap this episode up, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just feel emotional today.
Emotions
Well,
aren't bad though. Like,
yeah, I know, but it's just I'm not in the mood to cry on camera.
teach his own.
You want me to?
I don't want you to do anything, but if you want to cry, then I think.
I don't want to.
Okay, well then I can talk.
I'm just on the brink because I'm having a lot of thoughts today where I really have to. I actually listened to a podcast about this earlier.
Don't you be somewhere? 12:30.
Yeah, but I'll be a little late. I listened to this podcast about like biblical thinking and how basically like not every thought is your own and you do have to cast lies out. And I think a lot of thoughts that come into your head, you're like, you start like interacting with them and then you start to maybe believe that they're true and whatever. But it's like, if you know something is a lie, it's making you feel anxious, stressed out, worried, and you just know the enemy is attacking you. Like you say, go to hell, and you don't interact with it and you don't sit and ponder it and like wonder if it's true or whatever. You literally like you have control over like what you decide to focus on. And so I've kind of been trying to practice that. But today I feel like it's just loud. Like I'm just like, am I in the right place at the right time, or am I like doing something wrong or whatever? And I don't know why I'm about to cry. I'm just having a hard day with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have to like, why am I crying? Guys, I really don't like to cry in general, especially not on camera. I really don't cry a lot. That's another reason why I thought I was pregnant, because I've been crying a lot.
Yeah, I've been crying a lot.
But yeah, I think today I'm having to practice a lot of what I like talk about, of like every thought that comes in your head, not believing it or like taking it as your own, and just be like, you have to go back to where you came from. You have to go back to hell. And like, I'm not going to sit and interact with you. And I'm a child of God. I have authority and I don't have to like interact with that. I really probably should have started off this podcast like saying
crying?
like, no, not crying, but just acknowledging kind of where I'm at. Cause I'm like having these conversations, but in just general, I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety today.
Yeah. No, I think there's a lot of truth in what you said. And then I think that's a reality for a lot of people. Even this be our days. Like sometimes we're not on camera and you're not on camera, but we all deal with like wrestling with our thoughts. And sometimes it is like, for a lot of factors, it could be, the voice can be louder than others or louder than other days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Harder than other days. But that's, I mean, I was stressed out. So I mean, we both, it's just a lot. Like, it's a lot. As older you get, you just gotta, life don't get no easier. You just find the goal is to be more mature in a way to carry it. And life can keep me heavy sometimes. And obviously, I think that's another invitation. I think God is, I think the older I get, even like today, like I'm stressed out about some stuff like working out. And I'm just like,
it made it sound like you're stressed about working out.
No, not the workout conference is over.
You're stressed about things working out.
I'm stressed about like some things that I'm like working on, like coming to fruition.
Yeah.
And there's a part of that where it is like Proverbs 3:5-6 has been a verse I've like really clung to. It's like, trust me, and basically in all your ways, and I'll make your path straight, and acknowledge me. You know, it's kind of like trust and acknowledge. Like, maybe I botched the verse, but like, trust and acknowledge are two things he asks. Then God says, I will do these things for you. And I think that is such a hard thing to grasp, but you can feel yourself like being anxious and like really like, because I think when you're anxious, that's the best sign of trust, because that really shows your human experience. Like, there is parts of me that are having a hard time to grasp that this is going to work out or going to be okay. And those to me are I feel like that's the best times that God invites you into, like, are you going to trust me or not?
Yeah.
Because things are out of my control. There are people that are doing things that I can't control. There are things that have to work out that are beyond my effort or strength. And then it's like, okay, are you going to trust me or not?
Yeah.
And I think, to me, I think a lot of us, like me at times too, if you don't surrender that your anxiousness, there is a deep level to anxiety, but like some of that surrender to the Lord, like I think the consequences of not doing that, you look like somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Like God, like that's not like God can't help you if you don't surrender to him.
Yeah.
And I feel like whether that's parenting or life or work, and that is like, it makes us, you know what I'm saying? That shows our human nature that we do need help. Because we really can't. You know, no matter how invincible we think we are, how much money or influence or whatever they're all parts of everybody. You get to a point where like you need God to come through for you, and if He doesn't, then it's raps. But He always does.
One of my favorite scriptures is how it's basically talking about, I really need to memorize scripture too, because if I can memorize a song, I can memorize scripture. So I want to start doing that. I know a lot about the Bible and I can tell you stories or whatever, but I want to remember like exact like verses. And anyway, it basically talks about like how the birds don't have to work for anything.
Matthew 6.
Yes, where it's God takes care of the birds and He takes care of the lilies, and they don't sit and worry about how they're going to eat and how are they going to get this done, how are they going to do that. They're just taken care of, and we're so much more valuable than the flowers and the birds, and like how much more are we going to be taken care of. And I'm just trying to remind myself of that, and I'm learning a lot. I gotta wrap this episode.
That's good though.
We gotta wrap this up. Glad I could cry for you guys today. This is your reminder that life isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone knows that, but a lot of times you can watch people, you can watch people's lives, and especially with like what we do for work, it looks like we're like always happy, and we are like, I don't know, even this podcast, like I try to like honor God as much as possible, and I watch other people's podcasts that like are honoring God, and I'm like, dang, like even though I know that I do this for work and life isn't perfect, I'm like, it looks like they like really get it, and I just like feel like maybe I'm missing it. But I'm sorry.
You're doing great.
This turned into a therapy session tonight. I've never cried online like this. I gotta go, guys. There is no Mackenzie's mindset today. Let me get myself together for a second.
You're doing great.
Okay, I have much more to say, but I have to stop talking now because I need to like go and do something else.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in another week. If you haven't already, you should subscribe to the channel, like, comment. If you feel like this helped you in any way, share it to a friend. So another episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast by a great host, Mackenzie Richard, and another guy who just comes on. Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Peace.